Fighting cancer might be one of the most difficult battles you face. But if you know which weapon to strike with, it may turn into an easy win. Knowing the available treatment options and their possible complications put you at an upper hand in each phase of treatment. Hello everyone, myself Dr. Sanjay Kumar Soni. In this video, I am going to discuss with you about how to manage head and neck cancer. Cancer, in its basic sense, is an uncontrolled, unrestricted, excessive growth of cells and is very clearly differentiated from other form of illness, with the mortality rates of cancer ranging high. A thorough knowledge of its cause and precaution measure to decrease its occurrence risk can be beneficial. But what about a scenario where your body has already submitted to cancerous growth and you are already suffering with the ill effects? The knowledge about the treatment option available can come as a greater advantages, whether it is you, a family member, or an acquaintance. This knowledge can be beneficial in giving you a head up on next what to expect from a therapy and some basic do's and don'ts that can aid during therapy. Management of oral cancer has undergone radical changes in the last 10 years and continue to evolve rapidly. Advances in diagnostic techniques, molecular biology, surgery, radio-oncology, and chemotherapy, etc., have altered many old treatment protocols. Of all the procedures available to control cancer, none has affected the survival rate as much as by early detection. Various experts involved in treatment of head and neck cancer are oral maxillofacial surgeon, radio-oncologist, medical oncologist, nutritionist, prosthodontist, and various combined approaches to deal a patient of cancer like surgery, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, and the combination of the above. Before going into details of management of cancer, let's discuss how to grade and stage a cancer patient. In grading and staging system, most important is TNM grading and staging system. This system was created and is updated by the American Joint Committee on Cancer and the International Union Against Cancer. The TNM staging system is used to describe most type of cancer, also called AJCC staging system. A system to describe the amount and spread of cancer in a patient body using TNM. T describes the size of the tumor and any spread of cancer into nearby tissue. N describes spread of cancer to nearby lymph. M describes metastasis, means spread of cancer to other parts of the human body. TNM staging, T staging, TX means primary lesion that cannot be assessed or no evidence of primary lesion. TIS carcinoma in situ, then T1 lesion 2 cm or less in the greatest dimension. T2 size of the lesion more than 2 cm but less than 4 cm in its greatest dimension. T3 lesion is more than 4 cm in its greatest dimension. Then T4, it has divided into further of two types. T4A lesions invades through cortical bone into deep extrinsic muscle of the tongue like genioglossus, hyoglossus, palatoglossus, styloglossus, maxillaris or skin of the face. T4B lesions that invades masticatory space, pterygoid plates or skull base or in case internal carotid artery. And staging of tumor. NX, it means regional lymph node cannot be assessed. N0, no regional lymph node metastasis. N1, metastasis to a single ipsilateral lymph node less than 3 cm in its greatest dimension. N2 has further divided into N2A, N2B, N2C. N2A means metastasis to a single ipsilateral lymph node more than 3 cm but not more than 6 cm in its greatest dimension. N2B, metastasis in a multiple ipsilateral nodes none more than 6 cm in its greatest dimension. N2C, metastasis in bilateral or contralateral nodes but no lymph node more than 6 cm in its greatest dimension. N3, metastasis in a lymph node more than 6 cm in its greatest dimension. M stage, it assesses the metastasis. Mx, distance metastasis cannot be assessed. M0, no distant metastasis. M1, distant metastasis present. Now stages of cancer. In stage 0, that include TS or T0 means no primary lesion can be assessed. N0, M0. In stage 1, that include T1, N0, M0. In case of stage 2, that include T1, T2 and N0. And in case of stage 3, that include T1, T2, T3, N0 or N1. In case of stage 4A, can be any T, T1, T2, T3 or T4, any N, N0, N1 or N2, M0. And in case of stage 4C, any T, N1, N1 or M1. Stage 4 has been divided into stage 4A, that is operable cancer, stage 4B, inoperable cancer, stage 4C, metastatic cancer. Moving on to the treatment of cancer. Treatment of oral cancer depend upon the stage of cancer at the time of diagnosis. The broad guidelines are as follows. Early stage oral cancer means stage 1 or stage 2 can be treated with single modality treatment. Locally advanced and operable cancer in stage 3 and stage 4A needs to be treated with combined modality treatment. Locally advanced inoperable cancer or metastatic cancer stage 4B or stage 4C are treated with palliative intent. Radiotherapy or chemotherapy or only symptomatic treatment if the patient performance status is low. The treatment of cancer these basic categories. Number 1, surgery, then chemotherapy, radiotherapy, combination therapy, hormonal therapy, biological therapy, targeted therapy, bone marrow transplantation and palliative therapy. What is the objective of treatment? The principal objective of treatment is to cure the patient of cancer, and in cases where the cancer is significantly untreatable, the aim is to provide palliative treatment to increase the patient quality of life. Which treatment to choose is a crucial decision. The choice of treatment depends on various factors like type of cancer, extent of cell differentiation, site, size, and location of the primary lesion, lymph node status, presence of bone involvement, physical and mental status of the patient, thorough assessment of the complications involved in each therapy, the experience and skill of the surgeon and radiotherapist, the personal preferences and cooperation of the patient, state of the nutrition, general health and age of the patient, tobacco use, alcohol intake. Now coming on to the surgical treatment of the cancer. Surgery to remove solid tumor, early stage cancer and benign tumors, cases where side effects of surgery are expected to be less than those for radiation therapy. tumor that lack any sensitivity to radiation, tumor that reoccur and area have already previously received the maximum limit of radiation exposure by therapy, to remove the bulk of a tumor and promote drainage from blocked cavity. What are the various advantages of getting the tumor mass removed surgically? Number one, surgery remains the cornerstone of most treatment regimes for cancer. It offers the advantage of harvesting of specimen for further analysis, the possibility of removing the complete cancer in one treatment session. Surgical removal offers a lesser chance of recurrence than the other treatment options. For most stage 1 and stage 2 cancer of oral cavity, surgical resection with frozen section analysis of the margin is advised by most clinicians. Surgical removal offers a lesser spectrum of side effect than a radiation therapy and is hence an obvious choice over radiotherapy when the option is available. Complication of surgery and its disadvantages. Medical manifestation of pre-existing chronic disease such as myocardial infarction, stroke, and pneumonia can be precipitated by major surgery, a long general anesthetic, and a prolonged intensive care unit stay. Significant morbidity or death can be the result of surgery. Technical surgical complications such as failure of reconstructive flaps, development of fistula, and other myriad problems that may require return to surgery for management, which is still a lesser issue when compared to the greatest complications, recurrence of the cancer. Recurrence of the cancerous growth can be occur due to incomplete removal or a failure in removing the adjoining normal tissue. As we already know, even a single malignant cell can pose a threat to developing cancer. Surgery cannot be applied in cases of advanced cancer regions where the tumor mass has shown the property of malignancy and has invaded distant organ. It is agreed by most that surgeons should strive for clear margins while resecting a cancer tissue surgically. Excision with 1 to 1.5 cm of normal tissue beyond the obvious tumor as is general sufficient. Now coming on to the second treatment modality of cancer, that is chemotherapy, a chemical war with the cancerous cell. Chemotherapy is mostly employed for patients with recurrence or highly metastatic form of the disease, as in such cases surgery and radiation therapy cannot be employed without serious complication. Mostly chemotherapy is used along with either radiation therapy or surgery, and in such cases it is reported to decrease distant metastasis, increase local control, and also increase survival rates and overall prognosis. For example, chemotherapy used as an only treatment modality has been shown to curative in majority of the cases with advanced testicular cancer and in young children with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Where it is used, patients who have relapsed after extensive surgery and radiation therapy, debilitated patients with excessive weight loss and pain, patients with adequate physiological function to tolerate the toxicity induced by these chemotherapeutic drugs. Chemotherapeutic drugs are toxic compounds that target the rapidly growing cells in the body. These act by interfering with DNA replication and hence they disturb the cell which fails to complete S phase of the cell cycle. They cause extensive DNA damage and hence stop the cell division. Because most of adult normal cells don't divide much, they are less sensitive to these drugs and than the aggressively dividing cancer cells. These four drugs have been used commonly as single agent in patients with recurrent and metastatic cancer of head and neck region, that are methotrexate, bleomycin, cisplatin, and its analog carboplatin, 5-fluorouracil. Less commonly used agents are cyclophosphamide, ifosfamide, and hydroxyurea. Now coming on to the complications of chemotherapy. Patient poor tolerance to combination therapy, overall poor compliance. Chemotherapeutic drugs can prove harmful to some normal adult cells that divide rapidly, such as those that line the gastrointestinal tract, bone marrow, and hair follicle. About 40% patients receiving chemotherapy will experience oral complications, mucositis and ulceration, pain, xerostomia, post-salivary gland dysfunction, taste alteration, dental developmental abnormalities. Thank you. In my next video, I will discuss about radiotherapy and other treatment modalities for head and neck cancer.